Drill here for a second. Everybody can come on this side though for me. I just want to talk about a couple things with the pass. So, passing theory. Basically when I'm passing the guard, I want to try and work on first controlling the guy's hips, then I want my control to move to his shoulders and to his head. Hips, shoulders, head. Number of different ways that I can control the hips. I can go two arms underneath, control the hips. I can grab the pants if I'm doing Toriando and control the hips redirecting one way or the other. Essentially the way that I'm controlling the hips right now is I'm pinning it underneath my body weight with my knee. So when I bring my knee across right here, the secret to this is making your knee touch the floor. Kevin's already starting to make himself a ball. Okay? He's not letting himself get stretched out. So this is problematic for me. If you can notice how his arm's underneath my knee, your pass will never work from here. So don't even bother wasting the energy. Not until you can get your knee to the floor. Now at this point, I can start to stretch Kevin out and get some leverage. Okay? Now, the thing is, you're in, especially when you're using this lapel grip, and I start to tuck my elbow in and drop my shoulder down, I'm in very great danger if I'm not careful about my weight leaning across him. I have no base to the outside, so I'm going to get rolled. All right, so I've got to be very conscientious of that, and the reason why it works is I'm already taking away one base by committing it here. My foot, the other base of that side, is already committed to trapping his legs. And the more I stay here, kind of nestled up towards his shoulder and maybe looking into his ear, the more my body weight is actually kind of on him. So it's a perfect scenario for him to reverse this position, which is the reason why I say here, once you gather the sleeve, take everything and move it to the inside. And now Kevin can feel my weight shift more to the inside and I'm much heavier to take across. Okay? And again from here I'm going to take my knee and touch my ankle. As you do this, let your hips come straight, but make sure that I don't rock this top side shoulder back, because now you're taking momentum back this way where it can get redirected. I want to keep that top side shoulder down. So I lift here, and I'm only going to turn that top side shoulder but so much. Now I just watch my right knee, nice and slow, and then my hip follows. Notice that I'm not doing this with my top shoulder because, yeah, he's going to frame and push away. I'm keeping everything nice and tight here. So if Kevin goes to move around, he's got pretty good movement with his hips, but what I'm doing right now is I've transferred all my control to his shoulder and his head. I'm just doing it by two remote things. One, I'm wrapping him up in his lapel. That's controlling the shoulder and taking out slack on the gi to give me good control of his head. Here's the other piece, this arm. I can't let him have it because that's his route out to the back, and right now I'm giving him that because of where my right arm is. So when I pull this up, I'm controlling his other shoulder. It doesn't matter which grip you use. You can go over the top here, that's fine, or just grab the sleeve and just pull. All right? And again, notice Kevin's movement is pretty much thwarted here. If he tries to move around to come up on top, it's very difficult for him. Okay? And while he's doing that, I'm driving and finishing. Notice that my hips are down and my chest is up here at this point to make sure that I'm not getting rolled as I'm driving this way. Once I have it flat, then I can change off and go into my side control position. Make sense? So you guys have to be very, very careful, again, how you connect to the floor, how you connect to your opponent, and where your weight is. Think of a center line going straight down Kevin's body. And if I'm on this side, I don't want to drive my weight across that center line, especially if I'm trapping off both my bases on that side because I'm going to get rolled. I want to make sure I'm keeping all my weight to the inside of that center line. Does that make sense? In theory it makes sense, but